afternoon, students. Today we are going to see new topic in chapter 7, stocks, shares, debentures and in financial mathematics. This is very important concept. When we start a new business, first we have to know these basic things first. Stock, share, debentures, brokerage. Clear? First, when we start a business, we have money to start a business. So suppose if I have enough, if I am not having sufficient money to start a business, that time I try to join some other person in my business. So those people are called as a shareholders. That amount, the worth of that share is called share amount. Clear? Here the total sum of money can be divided into equal parts are called shares. The holder of shares are called shareholders. Clear? Yes. Next, types of shares. There are two types of shares. First one, common shares or equity share. Second one, preferred shares. The profit gained by the company is distributed among shareholders. The preferred shareholders have first claim on the dividend. When they have been paid, the remaining profit is distributed among the common shareholders. Here generally common and preferred shares there. So first, common share is nothing but after deducting the amount of dividend of in profit by preferred shareholders, then we will collect our profit. Okay. Definition, some basic definitions. Capital stock. Capital stock is nothing but the total amount invested to start a company. Next, share. Purchased by an individual is called stock. Okay. Suppose if I purchase shares, so those things are collectively called as a stock. Okay. The persons who buy shares are also called as stockholders. Okay. Those who maintain the shares or stocks is called stockholders. Face value. Face value is the original value of particular product. Okay, which is the company sells, buys it to investors is called a face value or nominal value or par value. Nominal value, par value, face value. These three are mean same thing. Okay. Market value. The price at which the stock is bought or sold in the market is called market value or cash value. Market, after we fix the amount. Suppose I bought particular thing at 100 rupees. So suppose if I want to sell that the same thing for profit or loss. Okay. If I wanted to sell the same thing in profit, I have to add some amount. Suppose if I want to sell that in discount basis, we will reduce that amount. So generally after the market, those goods are called as market dividend. Dividend is nothing but it is a profit from our business. Some useful results. First one, investment. These four formulae are very important formulae. Based on this formulae, we will solve the sum. Okay. Investment. Investment equals to number of shares into market value of a share. Next, income. Annual income equals to number of shares into face value of a share and rate of dividend. Next, return percentage. The return Percentage of return equals to income divided by investment into 100. Number of shares purchased equals to investment by market value of a share. Next, stock exchange. This is we know that place where shares are traded in is called stock exchange. Brokerage is well known name. Brokerage means a broker who executes orders to buy or sell shares through stock market is called stock broker. A fee or commission for their service is called brokerage. Clear? Yes. Brokerage is generally based on face value and expressed as percentage. Okay, this is very important note. It will use in during solving sums. When stock is purchased, brokerage is added to cost price. When stock is purchased, brokerage is added to the cost price. Next one, when stock is sold, the brokerage is subtracted from the selling price. Yes. Find the market value of 325 shares of amount rupees 100 at a premium of rupees 18. Here face value of share is 100. This is face value of find the market value of 325 shares. Amount worth is rupees 100. This is face value, original value rupees 100. Here premium is 18. So market value is face value plus here face value is 100, premium is 18. Now we wanted to calculate market value. Market value of one share equals to face value plus premium. Here face value is 100, premium is 18. Now the market value of one share is 118 rupees. Now we have to calculate market value of 325 shares. This is one share. So 325, we have 325 shares. So to calculate market value of 325 shares, we have to multiply number of shares into market value of one share. Okay, number of shares 325, market value of one share is 118. Multiply this, we will get the result. Clear? That's all. Next, a man buys 500 shares of amount rupees 100 at 14 below par. How much money does he pay? First, here a man buys 500 shares. Here number of shares equals to 500. Next, face value of share is 100. Discount. Here below par value means discount. Above bar value means premium. So here discount means below par value. Par value means original value. Below original value, that amount is called it as discount. So discount equals to rupees 14 as given in the sum. Next, market value of one share equals to 100 minus 14. Here original value, face value minus discount is also market value. Original value plus premium or original value minus a discount. This is called market value of a share. This is the way to calculate market value. So now the market value of a share is rupees 86 rupees. Market value of 500 shares equals to number of shares into market value of one share. We know that number of shares is 500, market value of one share is 86. So market value of 500 shares is rupees 43,000. Clear? Next, a person buy 20 shares. Here par value of rupees 10. Par value means original value or face value. So a person buy 20 shares of a company which pays 9% dividend at such a price that he gets 12% on his money. Find market value of a share. First, face value of one share is rupees 10. Face value of 20 shares equals to 20 into 10, 200 rupees. Clear? Yes. Next, dividend. Dividend is which pays 9% dividend at such a price that he gets 12% on his money. So first we have to calculate 9% dividend for original amount. Original amount means here face value of 20 shares equals to 200 rupees. Clear? Now we calculate dividend for that amount. Here 200 is the amount. So 9 by 100 into 200, result 0 0 cancel. So 9 into 2, 18 rupees. Clear? Yes. This is dividend. Next, investment. Investment means we know that the simple interest formula, simple interest equals to PNR divided by 100. Okay, here we have to find the investments, mean principal amount. So PNR divided by 100. Yes, simple interest equals to PNR by 100. So we will arrange this formula as P equals to 100 I divided by NR. Okay, we know that here I is interest. We already find the value. Dividend is interest. Rate of interest 9 by 100 into 200. This is also same as calculating simple interest. Here principal amount 200, N is 1, R is 9 by 100, R is 9. So when we calculate dividend, which is same as calculating simple interest. Okay, now just comparing that formula here. So P equals to 100 I divided by NR. Apply the value of I is 18 into 100. Here N is 1 per year. Okay, generally year basis. So N is 1. R is 12. In given sum that he gets 12% on his money. So again we calculate investment on 12%. So now investment is rupees 150. Yes, a person purchased 20 shares at 150 rupees. The market value of one share equals to 150 divided by 20. That's all. So rupees 7.5 means okay. Next, if the dividend received from 10% of 25 shares is rupees 2000, find the number of shares. First we have to find the number of share as given in the sum. Okay, dividend is given and that market value, everything is given. So first let X be the number of shares. Here market value of X shares. Here rupees 25 means market value of one share. Here dividend received from 10% of rupees 25 shares means 1. Market value of one share is rupees 25. Okay, here market value of X, one share is 25. Market value of X shares is 25X. Okay, we don't know the number of shares, so that I calculate market value of X shares equals to rupees 25 into X means 25X. Here we know 10% of 25 rupees 25 shares is 2000. Here 10% into rupees 25 shares means 25X. The market value of X shares is 25X. So we have to calculate dividend on market value of X shares. So here market value of X shares is 25X. That's all. You just simplify this one. Here transpose the numerical values. You keep variable x on left. So x equals to 2000 into 100 divided by 25 into 10 equals to 800. Okay. Now x is, we already take x as number of shares. So number of shares equals to 800. Clear? Next, 7.15. Find the number of shares which will give annual income of rupees 3,600 from 12% stock of face value rupees 100. Here we have to find the number of share. Annual income is also given from 12% of stock of face value rupees 100. I just take let x be the number of shares, face value 100, market value of x shares equals to 100 into x. Okay. In the given sum, annual income of rupees 3,600 from 12% of that face value. Here market value of x shares is 100x. So 12% of that market value of x shares equals to 3,600 rupees. Okay. This statement, you just read the statement carefully, then you write it in like this. Okay. 12 by 100 into 100x equals to rupees 3,600. Now normal simplification, we will find the value of x as 300. Hence the number of shares equals to 300. Okay. Man invests rupees 96,000 on rupees 100 shares at 80. Here if company pays him 18% dividend, first we have to find number of shares he buys, his total dividend, his percentage return on shares. First we have to write the given information. Investment is 96,000, face value is 100. Here shares at 80 rupees. Here 80 is market value. We just buy particular things 100, we just sell the same thing at 80 rupees. Here face value is, here 100 is face value, 80 is market value. Clear? Yes. First we have to find the number of shares. We write the formula. Number of shares bought equals to investment divided by market value of one share. We know that investment is 96,000, market value of one share is 80. Divide this one, we will have the result 1,200 shares. Next we have to find total dividend. So total dividend equals to number of shares into rate of dividend into face value of one share. So first, total dividend or profit or income, these three are mean same thing. Clear? Total dividend, profit or income. Clear? Number of shares is 1,200 into rate of dividend 18%, write it in a value 18 by 100, face value of one share is 100. Now I simplify this one, result is 21,600. So dividend is 21,600. Next we have to calculate percentage return on the share. We know that investment is 96,000. No need to mention dividend on 96,000 is 21 is no need to mention. We know that income is 21,600, investment is 96,000. That's all. So percentage return on shares, you just write the formula. Percentage return equals to income by investment into 100. Income by investment into 100. Here 21,600 is income and 96,000 is a investment. You just simplify this, result is 22.5. So Generally percentage return is based on this is you have to add percentage symbol. Okay, yes. Next, a person brought at 12% stock for 54,000 at discount of 17%. If he paid 1% brokerage, find percentage of his income. What is given? Percentage of his income. We have to find percentage of his income. Given information is 12% stock for rupees 54,000 at discount 17%. Brokerage amount is 1%. You just write the here face value is not mentioned obviously, so we take generally rupees 100. Okay, in general we have to take face value as 100. Next, market value. We have to calculate a market value as given from given information. In the sum, discount is given, brokerage is also given. I already I said here when we purchase a stock, we add brokerage. Okay, when we sell the stock, we will subtract the brokerage. Clear? First, market value equals to face value minus discount plus brokerage. Clear, students? Here market value equals to face value minus discount amount plus brokerage. Clear? Here market face value is 100, discount is 17%, so 17. No need to write in a value type, you just mention the figure only. 17 plus 1 is the brokerage amount. We purchase a stock, so that I add brokerage, so simplify this, rupees 84. This is the market value. Percentage of his income equals to, you just in your textbook the result, the solution is very short, so I just expand that solution like this. Okay, first before finding the value of percentage of income, first we find income, then only we will find the return percentage. Percentage return means income by investment into 100. So to calculate income, first we calculate percentage return, first we calculate income, then we know that investment is already given in the sum. A person bought at 12% stock for rupees 54,000, that is 54,000 is investment. We invest 54,000. Okay, that stock amount is 12%. Okay, here I just write income equals to n. Here n is number of share. I just write it in short. You just write this one as in expanding manner. I just mention n is number of share. FV means face value, or percentage means rate of dividend, or percentage means rate of dividend. Here a number of share is also is not given, so we have to find number of shares. We know that number of share equals to investment by market value. Investment is 5,400 and market value is 84. We found that value. Okay, so 84. Face value is 100. Rate of dividend is 12%, so I write it in value type. So 12 by 100, 100 cancel, so 5,400 into 12 divided by 84. This is income. Next, apply the value of income and investment in return and the percentage return formula. So formula I just apply. Income, first we take income 5,400 into 12 divided by 84 into, here investment is in denominator. We can write income by investment as income into 1 by investment. Clear students? Income by investment, we can write income into 1 by investment. Here you just write income value. Here income value is this one into 1 by investment. Income by investment or income into 1 by invest, both are equal. We can write any ways. Okay, we can write this one as 1 by investment into income. 1 by invest into income. Okay, the same thing split into these two ways. Clear? Yes. Here income I take among different expressions, I take this expression income into 1 by investment. Here income is 5400 into 12 divided by 84 into 1 by investment, 1 divided by 5400 into 100. Here 5400 eliminated, so 12 into 100 divided by 84. Here simplify this result. Okay, 7 times. Okay, you just 1 12s are 12, 7 12s are 84, so 100 by 7. Okay, now I split, result is 14 times. 14 into 7, 98, remaining 2, so 2 by 7, we can write this one as 14 2 by 7. This is written percentage, so that I specifically mention percentage symbol. 14 2 by 7 percentage. Clear? You have to write it on right side of textbook. Okay, example 7.17, you copy these things, write off that sum. Okay, yes. Next example 18. Clear students? 17 is over. Example 18. Okay, equal amounts are invested in 10% stock at 89 and 7% stock at 90, 1% brokerage paid in both transactions. So if 10% stock bought rupees 100 more by the way of dividend income than the other, find the amount invested in each stock. Okay, here total amount is there are 2 transactions happening here, so I take the total investment amount for each stock as X. Okay, let X be the amount invested in each stock. Okay, we don't know how much we invested in each stock, so that I take it as X. Okay, face value is always 100. Okay, here face value is 100. Market value, first I take market value 89. Here equal amounts are invested in 10% stock at 89. So here 89 is the market value. Clear? Here 1% brokerage is paid in both transactions. Here investment means purchasing. Okay, investment means I just purchase this book, means I just invest. Okay, so that I call this as purchasing, in terms of purchasing. So market value is 89 students, but 1% brokerage is given when we purchase a stock or share anything. That time we have to add brokerage, so that I add market value equals to rupees 89 plus 1. You can write like this: 89 plus 1 equals to 90. Here 90 is given straightly. Okay, yes. Next, number of share equals to investment by market value. Number of shares equals to investment by market value. Here investment is X, market value is 90. So now we have to calculate annual income or total dividend or profit. What is the result? Number of share into face value into rate of dividend. We can write like this: number of share into rate of dividend into face value. Okay, yes, here 100 cancel, 0 cancelled. So now we have x by 9 is the annual income. Just mark this as equation 1. Next, here first investment at 89 is the market value. Second investment 7% stock at 90. I just add market. Here I take market value equals to 90 plus 1, so 91. Now here we have to calculate number of shares equals to investment by market value. Here market value is 91, investment is x. So here annual income equals to number of share into rate dividend into face value. Number of share is x by 91, rate dividend is 7 by 100 into face value is 100. Clear, students? First investment, first stock 10% rate dividend, second stock 7% rate dividend. Clear? Yes, we found both values. First, here 10% stock bought rupees 100 more by the way of dividend income than other. So find the amount invested in each stock. Okay, 10% value is x by 9. Next, 7% stock x by 13. So here we can write x by 9 minus x by 13 equals to 100. I just simply they write like this. So the given context means x by 9 equals to x by 13 plus 100. Clear, students? The 10% stock is equals to 7% stocks more than 100. Okay, this value equal, but comparing second stock only add 100 rupees. I just change this one as. Okay, students, the given expression can be written symbolically like this. Clear? This step transformed into this step. Okay, in your textbook the transformed form is given, original form is not given. Clear? Yes. Now I simplify x by 9 minus x by 13 equals to 100. Normal simplification, 9 into 13 you just cross multiply, x into 13x minus 9 into x 9x, you just cross multiply, 13 into x 13x minus 9 into x 9x. So 13x minus 9x means 4x. 9 into 13 117. Okay, here I just multiply 13x minus 9x by 117 equals to 100. Clear? Yes. Next I cross multiply this, result is 4x equals to 11700. So x equals to 2925. Here x is the investment of each stock. Okay, the amount invested in each stock is rupees 2925 rupees. Clear, students? That's all. Next, example 19. Example 19. Capital a company is made up of 1 lakh preference shares with a dividend of 16% and 50,000 rupees, 50,000 shares, and the par value of each of preference and ordinary shares is rupees 10. The total profit of a company is 3,20,000 if rupees 40,000 were kept in reserve and rupees 20,000 were kept in depreciation fund. What percent of dividend is paid to ordinary shareholders? Okay, first here ordinary shares is rupees 10. So here par value of each share is rupees 10 is given. Par value, face value, original value, a nominal value, those are called mean the same thing. Okay, face value equals to rupees 10. First here preference share investment 1 lakh preference shares is 1 lakh shares is there. So face value into 1 lakh shares means preference shares investment. So preference share investment equals to number of share into face value. So 1 lakh share into 10 means 10 lakh rupees. Okay, ordinary share investments equals to 50,000 share into 10, result is 5 lakh. Okay, 5 lakhs. Total dividend equals to 3,20,000. Total dividend means total income, total profit. Okay, total profit is 3,20,000. But out of that amount, 40,000 and 20,000 kept for some other purpose. Okay, 40,000 is reserved amount. Okay, 20,000 is a depreciation fund. Okay, next you just subtract 40,000 and 20,000 from income. The remaining amount is distributed to both preference shareholders and ordinary shareholders. Clear? Yes. Currently total income is 2,60,000. So dividend for preference shares is 16%. So 16% into 10 lakh. Out of 10 lakh amount, 60% must go to preference shareholders. Okay, I just simplify 16 by 100 into 10 lakh means result is 1,60,000. Next, first out of 2,60,000 income is calculated out of his preferred amount. Preferred amount is 10 lakhs. Out of 10 lakhs, 16% calculated as dividend or income. Clear? Yes. Out of 2,60,000 income, 1,60,000 left. Okay, remaining amount is called as the income of other ordinary shareholders. Dividend to ordinary shares equals to 2,60,000 minus 1,60,000. That amount 1 lakh is income of ordinary shareholders. Clear? Next, dividend rate for ordinary share equals to income. Here income is 1 lakh, investment is 5 lakh into 100. So return percentage. We have to calculate dividend rate means percentage, return percentage. Okay, here dividend rate for ordinary share equals to income divided by investment into 100. Here income is 1 lakh, investment is 5 lakh. So into 100, simplify this, result is 20%. Clear? Yes. Next, example 20. A person sells 20% stock of face value rupees 10,000 at a premium of 42%. With the money obtained, he buys 15% stock at a discount of 22%. What is the change in his income if brokerage is paid? Clear? a person sells 20% stock of face value 10,000 at premium. Next, out of that amount, with the money obtained, he buys 15% stock at discount of 22%. Okay, first I sell a particular stock, 20% stock to other person with premium means 42%. Okay, next, what amount he get from selling, that amount he invests. Again, that he buys 15% stock at discount of 22%. What is the change in his income if brokerage paid us 2%? Okay, first we sell and buy some goods. During selling and buying, in this transaction, in these two transactions, what is the income of that shareholder? Okay, that person. Clear? First, face value of that share is rupees 100. Okay, income equals to first 10,000 rupees is a face value, so 20%, here 20% stock, so 2,000 is income. Very simple. First you consider the first statement, and income equals to 20 by 100 into 10,000 rupees. Generally income is considered as number of shares, face value, or rate dividend. Here rate dividend is given. Here number of shares is total amount by market value. Here market value is 100. You consider market value is 100. So we can write in short this in your textbook, but the expanding result is, now I take first statement in given sum. So in given sum, 20% stock of face value rupees 10,000 at premium 42%. Here we have to calculate income. So here income equals to number of shares into face value into rate dividend. Here number of share means investment by market value. Here market value is not given obviously, so consider face value as market value. Okay, so 10,000 divided by 100. 10,000 by 100 means investment by market value. Here 100 is market value. You just consider face value as market value. Here face value 100, or percentage means rate of dividend. Here 20%. So 20 by 100. Simplify this result, we will have 2,000. Clear? First we found the income from first statement, first during the sales. Okay, next we invest the same amount. Okay, investment amount is 10,000. Okay, next you take face value is 100, market value equals to 100 plus 42 minus 2. Here 42 is premium, so we have to add face value and premium. Next here minus 2. When we when we sell the share, we have to subtract brokerage. Okay, if it is purchase, during purchase you have to add brokerage. During sales you have to subtract the brokerage. Clear? So 100 plus 42 minus 2, 140. Market value is found. Next we have to find number of shares, then only we will find income. Okay, so number of, to find income we have to calculate number of shares, face value and rate dividend. So that I'm going to find number of shares equals to investment by face value. Here face value is here at beginning, before you take face value, no need to take market value here. Why we after sales that premium of 42%. So before that, currently we have only face value rupees 100, that is called as a market value, both are equal. So here 10,000 divided by 100, simplify this, result is 100. Now we have to multiply number of share into market value, result is sales proceeds. Sales proceeds means it's also investment. Okay, we just invested 10,000. Okay, when we sell 10,000 amount will be converted into 14,000 after buying the same. Next transaction, next I am going to give you next transaction, market value of next 22. Consider the second statement. We now close only first statement. Next we have to take second statement with money obtained. Okay, now we what amount he obtained means sales proceed, already I said 14,000. now we have. Okay, next out of that amount he buys 15% stock at discount of 22%. Next, case 2 is proceed from second statement. Okay, market value equals to 100 minus 22. Here why I subtract discount always subtracted from the face value, so that I put minus 22 here. During purchasing brokerage is added, that's all. So simplify this, result is 80. Number of shares equals to investment by face value. Here actually this is, here in this transaction 80 is market value as well as face value. Why I call it as face value? Here I give discount, so that market value considered as face value. You put straightly market value here, no need to put FV, MV. Okay, here investment is 14,000. Once I sell that product, that stock to the customer, and then we earn 14,000 out of that amount. Now we calculate number of share. So 14,000 divided by 80, simplify this one, 175. Here income equals to number of share is 175, rate dividend is 15 by 100 into face value. Again we have to put into 100. 175 into 15 by 100 into 100. 100 cancel. 175 into 15, 2,625. That's all. So we already found during sales and purchasing change in income. Okay, at beginning 2,625 minus 2,000 is the income of starting. Okay, that's all. Now 6 rupees 625 is income, not change in income. Clear? Yes. Next example 21. Which is better investment? 12% of rupees 20 shares at rupees 16, or 15% of rupees 15% rupees 20 shares at rupees 24. First we find the investment. I just take investment in each case. B rupees, here 16, rupees 24. You multiply both investment, 16 into 24. Next, case 1. Income from 12% rupees 20 shares at rupees 16 equals to, you just take out of 16 I take 12%, so 12 by 16 into investment of each case. So 16 into 24, 16 cancel, 12 into 24, 288. Next, case 2. Income from 15% rupees 20 shares at rupees 24. Now 15% of that result, or 15% rupees 20 shares at rupees 24. Here 2020, both market value of both cases same, so that I just multiply 16 into 24. Okay, out of 24 I take 15, out of 16 I take 12, so that very simple, investment of each case into 12 by 16, investment of each case into 15 by 24, that's all. Okay, here 15 by 24 into 16 into 24, 24 cancel, 15 into 16 240. So you just comparing both investment, which investment is higher, first investment is higher, so hence first investment is better. Okay, you just read out summary from chapter 7, which is like end of that chapter, so you have to read out thoroughly, then only you will get a clear idea. So first, okay, according to that our concept, they arranged properly types of annuities, certain annuity, contingent annuity and perpetual annuity. Okay, next, that's all, you have to use these things. Next, this is very important one, which is better investment for 2 stocks. Okay, this is the formula. Next, take the assignment. Example 7.11, from example 7.11 to 7.21, and complete exercise 7.2 as homework. Thank you, students.